with Brevyn, the young free agent we got. You look at him. You look at John Stevens, and him coming back from that injury, bro. It's gonna be a lot of competition in that tight end room, bro. And it's like, who do you keep? Who do you keep?
All
Now
right.
we got to see Brevyn, but at the
I'm
same time,
gonna be
like the
honest
way they're
with you.
hyping him,
I'm gonna be honest with you. The fans are hyping him. He is hype. He is hyped. Y'all heard it here first. Like I was talking with Tuck and I was talking with Rome, and I'm working on the film session as it is. Brevin ain't what everybody trying to make him seem like. Like they're picking one or two clips. If you
no,
watch whole games, I actually think he's kind of soft, to be honest with you.
okay.
I
Well, I
think
mean, it's a reason why he's a free agent and not, I mean,
yeah, being that big,
undrafted,
I'm trying to tell
undrafted.
you, like his engagement in the blocking game ain't that. He's not as consistent. He's slow in his routes. He's not a good route runner. Like look, I'm just going to. I don't want to hype anybody and have everybody think something that is not.
I really
Based
think it's gonna be first.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. And I might have been a little bit harsh last night in my take on Brevyn Spann-Ford out of Minnesota, 6'6.5", 260 pounds. But I'm always going to be a guy that's going to tell a true story. I'm not going to allow you guys to be hyped. I'm not going to be a guy that's going to allow you to run with the stories that aren't always true, because the glass is always half full. So what I wanted to do was paint a picture for you guys as to what the player truly is based on his game tape, based on some of the things that I've seen, so that you guys have a true and accurate picture of what he is going into OTAs, going into mini camps, going into, camp this summer. I don't want you guys to have a picture painted and then, it be something completely different. And who knows? Maybe with coaching, maybe with Lunda Wells, maybe with some of what Lunda he can learn, he can become a player because he does have excellent traits. So we're gonna watch the film. We're gonna watch exactly what it is that I was saying to E2 Blue, and then I'm gonna give a synopsis at the end. All right, so let's get into it. We're gonna start against the very best, Michigan, and he's gonna do an excellent job of a backside cutoff on the zone block. Excellent job here. So again, excellent traits, and this is going to be an outstanding kick out block here. These are some of the things that we saw. Now we're going to see some of the areas that I think he can improve. I think that was a lackluster route. I don't think he sold vertical on that out. Here you're going to see him, he's going to pull around, and he often doesn't really sift his feet or run his feet in open space. And here, this is where you see a lot of them starting to, push pull, using the push pull technique against him, where sometimes he can stand a little bit high. And sometimes with standing high, you can't really get a base behind you. Here, he's going to do an excellent job of kind of doing a motion slice here. And man, he gets him out the wind and gets to the second level. Those are some of the things that we love about his game. And see, again, engagement, staying on the block was a constant issue on tape that I've seen from him. But then once again, every once in a while, you get him sneaking out. I don't think he's necessarily a great route runner, but I do think that he's good at selling down blocking and stuff, and then getting crafty and being open. I think Minnesota did a pretty good job of doing that with him. Here we get an opportunity to see what he's like in open space. And I don't think that he's that great in open space. As you can see, he doesn't get this first down here. But I wanted you guys to see, because on this play, he's going to do a good job of sifting, sitting in the area on the slant. He is going to make somebody miss. You know what I'm saying? He's not fleet of foot. He's not the greatest dancer. You know what I'm saying? He's not a dancing bear out there or anything like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like he's okay. This is a slice right here. And he's going to do a good job of contact. But again, engagement is the issue. I think that balance and being able to, like I said, be able to sit down and then shoot your hands, it's more technique. There's some work that has to be done with the coaching, but he'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Look, here he kind of lunges a little bit, but that's him playing football, because who knows? The front side was beat like hell. So, but I still would like to see him sit down a little bit more, You know what I'm saying? Running his feet. He stops his feet a lot, stops his feet right there. Again, but then he's going to get to the second level and just put this guy in the dirt. So it's there. It just has to continue to be brought out by the coaching. Just to make sure that I wasn't like nuts, I brought up the NFL draft profile. And this was after I started doing my breakdown in my videos. So you see his strengths. He, creates size mismatch from the slot, able to take tighter turns as route breaks, maintains best play speed, inside pattern, snap quickness to find lateral positioning as a zone blocker, uses size to wash down second level linebackers. So you can kind of see those things. And, they had a little bit more detail than I did, but now we're going to talk about the weaknesses. So they say that he needs to become more physical as a point of attack blocker. That's what I was talking about. I think engagement was my issue. You know what I'm saying? Like at the point of attack, running and having strong hands, induced into whips while attempting to make blocks in space. So that's what I was talking about with the lunging and not being able to plod. Because I think they talked about it below, and that's the term. Struggles to free himself from physical man coverage. So that's what I was talking about with, him being, he needs to be able to sharpen up his route running a little bit and, plodding and gradual when sinking and opening into zone holes underneath. I think that's why, in the tape that I did show you, you started seeing Minnesota, having them do the backside cutoffs a little bit more rather than having him be on the front side. And then they had that the 2023 tape had many drops. So oftentimes what I like to do is I like to do my own evaluation and then I'll go and see what other people are saying. So I just thought that it was a little bit crazy that they were saying some of the same things that I was saying. These are accomplished scouts out there. So I only watched 2 tapes because that's all that I was able to get access to, which was Michigan and Illinois. And I was expecting when I was watching this, because you'll go on Twitter and you'll see them just have him just bull rush a guy out the way. I was expecting him to just be whooping up on people left and right. So when I watched the tape, I was a little underwhelmed. And I might have, jumped the gun and said that, I felt that he was soft. I might have been a little harsh when I was talking to E2 Blue. But sometimes being harsh is the best way to get to people and let them know, lower your expectations. And that's kind of what I'm saying here. Lower your expectations with this undrafted free agent, because he was an undrafted free agent for a reason. Doesn't mean that he can't play. Doesn't mean that at all. It means a couple of things. It means that maybe his team didn't utilize his best skill sets, so the tape didn't look the best. It also means that there's work to be done. And that's what I'm saying with Brevyn Spann-Ford here. There's work to be done. Lunda and his team of coaches and Mike McCarthy, they're going to have to, not necessarily handle him with kid gloves, but he's going to have to fine tune some things. Like I was saying, being able to plod and be able to run his feet and shoot his hands properly. There's some technique issues there, but he does have the potential to be a solid player. He has the potential. But as we know, potential is only good enough to get you beat. But I just wanted to be able to paint this picture for you guys. Hopefully you were able to understand the player a little bit more. And hopefully, you're not too high, not too low, but you're able to see and you want to see what's going to happen with these workouts, with these OTAs, and then with overall training camp. So appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm out. Peace.